As the first light of dawn broke over the arid plains of Gaugamela, Darius's elite Persian warriors stood in silent formation, watching the approaching dust clouds that signaled Alexander's dreaded Macedonian forces. For Rostam, a veteran of countless battles who had risen through the ranks of the immortals, this day would test not only his skill with the sword, but the very foundations of the Persian Empire he had sworn to protect. The night before the battle, as he sharpened his shamshir by firelight and listened to the whispers of his fellow soldiers, Rostam recalled the stories of Alexander's undefeated march through the empire, leaving conquered cities and shattered armies in his wake. Darius had assembled a vast host of 200,000 men, war elephants, and scythed chariots drawn from all corners of the empire. Bactrians, Sogdians, Indians, and Medes stood shoulder to shoulder with Persian immortals against the 40,000 invaders from across the sea. Despite their numerical advantage, Rostam felt a chill as he watched the disciplined Macedonian phalanxes advance like a well-oiled machine, their sarissas, spears nearly twice the length of Persian weapons, pointing forward like an impenetrable forest of death. When the armies finally clashed, the sound was like thunder, as metal struck metal. Horses screamed, and men cried out in dozens of languages. The cacophony of empire meeting empire in deadly embrace. Rostam fought with the ferocity of 10 men, his shamshir cutting down Macedonian soldiers as they pushed through the Persian lines. But even as he battled, he could see their formation beginning to collapse as Alexander's companion cavalry smashed into their flank. When King Darius's royal chariot turned and fled the battlefield, Rostam felt his heart sink, watching as the great king abandoned his men to Alexander's mercy, knowing that the Persian Empire, the greatest the world had ever known, was crumbling before his eyes. As the sun set on the blood-soaked plains of Gaugamela, Rostam and the surviving Persians faced a bitter choice. Flee east with their defeated king, or surrender to the young conqueror from Macedonia, who now stood astride their once invincible empire. Many would later bend the knee to Alexander, seduced by his respect for Persian customs and his vision of a united empire. But Rostam and those like him carried the memory of Persia's greatness into the eastern provinces, keeping alive the flame of resistance that would one day, long after both Alexander and his brief empire had crumbled to dust, see Persia rise again.